Recognize that? Yeah. Post Harvoni. But unfortunately, I'm having side effects. Now, if you're wondering why I got all them little chunks, it's because I'm a hypersensitive person. So when excuse me, my child's hungry, and my wife's just got dinner about done. Anyway, after I was finished with my round of Harvoni, I had these little pieces left over. When I first started Harvoni, I'm a hypersensitive. I didn't want to take a whole pill. I read where someone took one pill and whatever happened to them, they never took any more. So I didn't want to be that way. So I decided to chance it and take a third of a pill my first day. Then a third of the pill the second day. I eventually went to a half and then 3/4. And by about day 10, I was taking a full pill. And I know that's blasphemy, and I would never recommend anybody do that. My liver was so bad, I'm on stage 4 cirrhosis. Anyway, I think it's a lot better now, though. It's way better. I can walk up 8 flights of stairs. Before Harvoni, I could walk up 1 flight of stairs and have to rest. So I've had a dramatic change. After 4 weeks of being on Harvoni, and actually 10 days was just partial Harvonis, I've been 0. Basically, under 15. So, here we go. Here's my little chunk. Now, the reason I'm taking this is because after I quit Harvoni day 3, I started having heart palpitations. I felt like something very bad was wrong internally. And all of a sudden I just realized, oh my gosh. After about all day of having these severe, I mean not little tiny skip palpitations. I mean severe, just whoa palpitations. I mean it's bad. So as soon as I took that Harvoni yesterday, like the size you see here, yeah, about 20 minutes later, I literally felt, reminds me of the old days when I was sick from needing heroin and would get a shot and I would just get high, man, you know? But I didn't get high on this, but I just felt just serene and extra good and normal. And that's kind of scary because, you know, I read all kinds of side effects that other people have been having coming off Harvoni. Some bad ones. The feet hurt and the knees and this and that. And I figured out what most of that is. But this is kicking my butthole. You know, this is bad. To think that I can be addicted to a drug, Harvoni. I mean, who could even afford that? Thankfully, 90 days, and I don't think it's going to be too bad. But man, I'm skipping today, getting off work. My heart skipped like 5 times, beats right in a row. I mean, it just went. It was just really weird, man. And I mean, it just was like, what is going on? So, I'm glad I saved them little pieces. Because you come off your Harvoni, you know, if you go online and look up and go on them forums and start looking them up, people, you know, some people have nothing, no symptoms at all. Other people say they got severe anxiety, and I think that's what mine is. Except it's come on so strongly that I I don't recognize it per se as anxiety. It's just like, something's wrong. Something is wrong. And then, of course, my heart, so it's really freaky. So, yeah, anyway. Well, I got my test results back, and everything was normal. Of course, why wouldn't it be? Except there was several elevations. My CO2 is elevated. I might have the beginning of COPD developing, but I'll know more in another 30 days or 90 days. Now, I told you about all the stuff I've been taking in my first video, or Harvoni Day 50. If you want to see what I was taking, and I even modified that, I started taking way more lecithin. Way more. I take like 5 or 6 of those 1,000 milligram pills a day. When I first did that, when I first went to, instead of like 1 a day or 2 a day, when I made that jump to it's like 6 a day, I took a shower and my skin just felt really like greasy or something coming out of it. I think that broke up a lot of fat out of my system. I think it really did. And I know all that stuff's helping. And now remember what Harvoni does for you. It doesn't kill your virus. It doesn't remove your virus. All it does is removes a protein that the virus needs to reproduce itself. So it's up to your body's immune system to get rid of it. And I've seen people, they had test after test. This one lady was on for 24 weeks and never did get to 0. Never did. After 24 weeks of taking that. Can you imagine how weak your immune system has to be? You need to strengthen your immune system. I am confident, even though I didn't take all my Harvoni. I'm going to, believe it. I'm glad that I saved those little pieces. And I just hope it's enough so I can get over this. Because, man, I tell you what, it's really freaky coming off of it. Now, I might be 1 out of 2, 3, 4, 500 people. I don't know. I remember reading one person come off and they had severe anxiety. I didn't remember reading anything about no heart palpitations. But I think I'm having severe anxiety is what it is coming off. And but it's freaky. It's a weird anxiety. It's just a bizarre, I'm telling you, it's a bizarre. But I know the doctors got you all freaked out and scared. And you want to, maybe there's some people out there, if they hadn't took that last pill, they wouldn't have got cured, I just took the chance. I was extremely paranoid about taking Harvoni altogether because I've been traumatized because I've taken stuff that caused different reactions in my body. I'm a hypersensitive. I can drink a cup of coffee and get the shakes. So I just eased myself into Harvoni. And basically I had a few side effects in the first 2 weeks. And then another thing I read online about lack of B vitamins and vitamin D. I started getting really weak. I mean, I was getting so weak, I was messing up at work. Started hiding again. And this is like 6 weeks after I started taking Harvoni. I started feeling better and better and better. Well, this guy had a lack of D vitamins, so I started taking that. And amazingly, I pulled right out of it. So the Harvoni is either blocking or it's purging certain vitamins, certain nutrients. There's certain B vitamins that people have, I've read, that have a higher success cure rate by taking certain B vitamins when they're on hepatitis drugs in the past. So there's definitely, you've got to have I know they tell you don't take supplements, don't do this, just eat this pill and eat a bag of rice, and you know, your immune system's what's going to get rid of the Harvoni. I mean, the virus, not the Harvoni. The Harvoni doesn't do anything except stop a protein that the virus needs. You need to get rid of that virus. I drank 12 bags of green tea a day, and I'm thinking now if I'd have drunk 20, you know, the Japanese people drink 25 bags of green tea a day, the tea drinkers. That's a lot of tea. I was taking selenium and drinking 12 bags a day of green tea, and my viral load went from over 2 million, 2.5, almost 2.5 million, down to 86,000. And then I started Harvoni. Well, I kept drinking my green tea, and I kept taking my selenium. There's people out there who've researched it, and they claim, hey, selenium, take selenium, and it helps your viral load get in uncheck. Yeah, selenium. So we got people post Harvoni, and all of a sudden it comes back on them, and their viral load's 10 million, 16 million. All your minerals are gone. Harvoni's drained them out. So you need to take stuff that, I mean, if it was me, and it was me, and that's what I did. I took every kind of supplement known to man, just about. I took it all. And if you go back in the video, day 50, you'll see. I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling on. Anyway, it's got me shook up coming off from it. Having them palpitations, yeah, man, it's really freaky. You know, it is just, I can't believe. But I was good after, till the third day. I started having one here and there, and I just thought, yeah, what, you know, maybe a little indigestion or something, you know, and maybe, and then it was just, but they were quick. They were just strike, just boom. I've never had a palpitation like that, you know. Usually it's just like flutter, and this was just like boom. And today I had 5 just, I mean, it was just like my heart, it was just like, I mean, about that long, and I was like, my gosh. So anyway, it was just a few hours ago that happened to me. But I didn't want to take my Harvoni, my little scavenger pill piece, too soon. I want to wait 24 hours. I mean, that's what I did. So then, but after this kicks in, I'm going to feel, I like yesterday when I took it, I just started feeling like, hey, man, I feel really normal, really good. Like there was nothing there, you know. Everything was perfect again. And I just think severe anxiety was coming over me, coming off of this. So this drug is affecting people in many ways when you come off. Or maybe I just have an addictive, I don't know, body chemistry to it. Maybe that's why it works so well. You know, I don't know, but I'm really positive that I'm cured. I mean, I just feel it, especially, you know. But I got cirrhosis. People with cirrhosis are usually the ones that fail. But you can see the protocol I used in the last video, and I pretty much stayed with it. I tapered off. Drinking all the limes for like about a week. I'm back on it again now, and I'm doing that to try to dissolve fat in my liver. And I found out, you know, taking lecithin in larger quantities will cut the fat. And plus I'm taking vinegar, and I'm cutting my apples and leaving them sit out a long time. Anyway, all my tests are normal. There's just a few other blood tests that are a little elevated that have to do with some sort of blood cell thing. I don't know, but everything looks good. So but I'm off of it now, and now I'm in this crap locker, and hopefully I'll be able to pull out of it in the next week. I'll be able to wean myself off using those little molecules that I got left. good luck. Don't fear Harvoni, but just know that you need to keep your body healthy for it to work for you. Your body has to eliminate that virus. You've got to have a healthy liver. And I can do it with stage 4. Get it down to 0 in 4 weeks, and I didn't even take a full Harvoni for 10 days. Because I was just paranoid taking it. I just slowly built myself up. And I knew at the same time I was going to have some excess pieces there. Anyway, God bless you. I'll make another video here once I'm finally free of Harvoni and its addiction.